You're studying 12 hours a day. You're memorizing stacks of textbooks heavy enough to break your desk. And yet, when you sit down to take a mock exam, your score barely moves. It is incredibly frustrating. The trap most students fall into is treating the FMG like a test of pure memory, trying to cram all 19 MBB subjects in complete isolation. Look at the actual evaluation framework. You face 300 multiple choice questions and need exactly 150 passing marks. Many assume a neat division between non clinical and clinical. However, the standard distribution is roughly 50 preclinical, 100 paraclinical, and 150 clinical questions. But when you actually sit for the exam, it feels almost entirely clinical. That happens because the questions heavily integrate those basic sciences into complex, case based, and image oriented scenarios. One question might require you to identify an organ, connect it to an ECG, and trace symptoms back to cellular pathology. Relying entirely on rote memorization guarantees you will struggle on test day. The exam demands integrated clinical application, not isolated fact retention. Attempting to master every single subject with equal depth leads straight to massive cognitive overload. There simply aren't enough hours in the day. You can spend weeks exhausting yourself reading deep preclinical text only to fail the exam because you missed a basic integrated X ray diagnosis that takes 10 seconds to interpret. Managing this impossible time constraint requires a return on investment strategy. You must prioritize your study time based strictly on a subject's actual weightage. If you have a full year to prepare, absolutely study the complete syllabus. The national board can pull questions from anywhere. But if you're managing a tight timeline, prioritization is your best defense. Letting go of exhaustive depth in low yield subjects is painful, but sacrificing that comfort is the necessary price to buy the hours you need for high yield clinical mastery. This quadrant chart compares time invested against expected questions. Your core plan lives in the top right quadrant. The big four clinical subjects medicine, surgery, OBGYN, and preventive and social medicine. Together, they account for 125 of your 300 questions. The strategy here is straightforward. Dedicate the vast majority of your initial study schedule exclusively to mastering these four core areas. You need to train your brain to follow the clinical pipeline for every topic. Practice sequencing directly from a diagnostic reading to ordering the correct investigation and immediately identifying the emergency treatment protocol. You will likely feel panic early on, fearing you're falling behind on your preclinical subjects. Expect that anxiety and push through it. Securing your foundation in medicine, surgery, OBGYN, and PSM puts you near that 150 mark threshold. It is the single highest value investment of your time. Directly behind the big four is your next highest ROI tier, the integrator subjects. This group includes pathology, pharmacology, and microbiology. Studying these three massive subjects in a vacuum is highly inefficient. They are too broad and too detailed to retain without clinical context. Instead, study these integrators simultaneously alongside your medicine and surgery cases, actively building mental bridges between the basic science and the clinical outcome. If you review a specific disease, learn its underlying pathology right alongside its exact pharmacological regimen and drug side effects. This method causes a lot of initial mental friction. It slows down your reading speed considerably, but that active connecting process creates massive, durable, long term retention. These subjects, pathology, pharmacology, and microbiology, serve as the required intellectual glue holding your big four subjects firmly together. Knowing what to study is half the battle. The other half is how you execute your timeline across four distinct phases. Phase 1 is foundation building, and Phase 2 is your integration phase. These are your knowledge gathering stages. They take the most time, but they are only the beginning. Success is ultimately decided by how you handle phases 3 and 4. This late stage must be completely dominated by active revision and testing. Your daily routine must shift. Take weekly grand tests, log mistakes in an error notebook, and revise exclusively from short notes. Facing your own weak areas through repeated testing is discouraging. It hurts to see low scores, but that friction is exactly how you build the speed and accuracy needed for the actual test environment. Success on the FMG favors the candidate who prioritizes rapid, uncomfortable testing cycles over the safety of passively reading new materials late in the game. That is exactly why the Ease to Learn platform was engineered to act as your force multiplier. The highest value activity in your day is finding exactly what you do not know and fixing it immediately. The Gap Fixer tool is designed to do precisely that. Looking at this analytics dashboard, the algorithm actively tracks your performance to visually expose your low retention areas and repeated mistakes. Relying on this data forces you out of your comfort zone. You spend much less time reviewing subjects you already know and much more time attacking your targeted weaknesses for moments of high mental friction, like breaking down a complex ECG or understanding a specific drug mechanism. You have Tony, a 24 over 7 AI doubt partner. Instead of breaking your focus to passively hunt through textbooks for an answer, you get active, immediate problem solving that keeps your study momentum alive. These tools prioritize your study time, focusing your energy on a data driven attack against your most specific vulnerabilities. The final hurdle of the FMGE is purely physical, translating all your retained knowledge into speed and accuracy under severe, unyielding time constraints. To build that specific muscle memory, Ease to Learn offers PACE, a dedicated speed trainer. And when you're ready to simulate the actual pressure, the exam room provides a computer based test environment that mirrors the exact interface of the real 150-minute exam. Simulating intense test conditions early in your preparation is exhausting, but doing the hard work now wholly neutralizes the panic you would otherwise feel on exam day. The students who clear the FMGE are not necessarily the smartest people in the room. They are the most consistent and the most strategically prepared. By combining disciplined core concepts with data driven practice through Ease to Learn, securing your medical license.